Welcome back to Daily Fall Guys. As you guys can see here, I got an insanely close and clutch final to show you guys today. Stay tuned to the end to see what happens. But for now, we hop into Digi for the very first round. Yeah, unfortunately, the very first thing that happens is I get grabbed right here on this ledge, causing me to swing into a pendulum and fall down. But other than that, I actually really do like Digi, and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks on what I do to kind of stay in the race, even when I get grabbed out of nowhere. First up, you want to make sure that you're jumping to get an extra boost toward these drums. Next, anytime you see a slimy surface like this, you want to be spam diving across it. I kind of mess it up here, but just know that as a rule of thumb. With good jump timing, you should be able to make it straight up these hot dogs with no problems. I'm not having a great race, so I mess it up, of course. The pendulum timing is really slow, so you might have more or less time than you need, depending on what you think is normal, so just be careful there. You should be able to run across these hot dogs again, no problems. And when you get up here to this fan, make sure that you jump and dive for a little extra boost into the finish line. But we do good enough for 10th place, which will give us a bronze medal, and we move on. Let's go to the next round. Round 2 was leading light. Not a whole lot to say about this one. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just got to stay in the zone. That's the name of the game. Stay in the zone. But I do have a few things to say about like the way that the light works. It seems to move back and forth around the center at the very start a lot. So if you're like thinking about, oh, maybe I should use this fan and try to cut off the zone so like I can get more time, odds are it's going back to the middle. So just see, a lot of people get locked out right there, like the door closed on them because people were trying to predict where the zone was going to go, and they ended up getting locked out because it went back to the middle. So just be weary of that. But hey, we get first place in leading light. Let's go to the next round.
But what the hell, boy?
Next up, we move on to Fan Flingers for our semi-final round. I actually really love this creative level. I think the Fall Guys team did a great job on this one. This one feels unique, fun, quick. Everything you want in a race, you get it with this one. So hats off to the dev team. But yeah, with these fans, you just want to make sure that you kind of cut your fan time short. You don't want to use the entire boost of the fan because then you're just in the air for way too long and you get left behind because you're just in the air for too long. You can't actually move forward. And as always, slide across these slimy platforms whenever you can. This pendulum's pretty easy to dodge, shouldn't be any problems there. Sadly, this being grabs me all the way from planet Neptune and it causes me to lose first place. But yep, just keep sliding across, and you can take this side and slide, but I end up getting knocked off. Horrible decision to take that path. I was just obviously pretty pissed off about, this is the second time I got grabbed during a race, and yeah, almost caused me to lose, but thankfully I kept my composure the second time around and was able to finish the race in 7th place, which somehow was good enough for a bronze medal. I have no idea how that's possible, but whatever, let's move on to the finals. Alright, we've made it to the highly anticipated Hex-A-Ring final. A lot of people struggle with this one. It's really not too tough. All you gotta remember is that you gotta stay on the front side of the cylinder when it's rolling. Try not to fall back too far. Pay attention to where the traffic of the race is because you need to know where tiles aren't gonna be once the cylinder comes back around. So you see me looking backwards to check where everybody is. Last but not least, be careful about people who are running in front of you. Sometimes you can use their aggression to your advantage. And that's a little bit of foreshadowing, so I'll let you guys watch this finals transpire. I'll see you on the other side. Three players left. Alright, this is around the time the guy starts to try to cut me off. He knows that I'm not going to fall off on my own. He needs me to mess up, and I'm waiting for him to do the same thing. But here's what he doesn't know. There are no tiles on the left side. So by me moving my body to the left side and forcing him to cut me off, he runs up here. All I have to do is wait for him to run out of tiles, dive back on this one, and win the game. with the toe tap there on the final hexagon allows us to clutch up victory today. And that's what I mean. It's all about game sense there. I took all the left side tiles and he had nowhere to go when he was trying to cut me off. So I knew all I needed to do was turn around and dive back, land on something, and there was nowhere for him to go, and I was going to win the game. Let's freaking go. I wanted to win this one so bad. They were grabbing me pretty much the whole time, and I had no idea why. But here's your breakdown for all of the rounds that we played today. In Digitrek, we got 10th place, bronze medal. Then in Leading Light, we got 1st place. In Fan Flingers, we struggled a bit, got 7th place, but in the end, we took home the gold, and that's all that matters in Hex-A-Ring. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I upload these every day, and that about wraps things up. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.